The Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska has another seat on its tribal council to fill tonight and a plan in place to fill it. In a statement on social media today, the tribe announced the resignation of Vice Chairman Isaac Smith, saying Smith, quote, has made the personal decision that it's in his best interest to step back from his role at this time, end quote. Smith's seat on the tribal council will be filled in a previously called special election to fill the seat of Lorelei Decora, which will now be to fill both seats. The tribe says the highest vote getter in the June 10th race will fill Smith's seat, which expires in October of 2027. The second highest vote getter will fill Decora's seat, which expires this October. The deadline for candidates to file for the June 10th ballot is this Friday, May 29th.